The Nerlin Nerds podcast is brought to you by The Goddamn Sauce. Go to thegdsauce.com for details to order all the sauces to replace your ordinary condiments. Pulpery Media presents Nerlin Nerds with your hosts, Brock and Ben. This is where we discuss the pop culture topics that interest us and those minor details that irritate us. Good luck pronouncing that one. I think it's Daniel something, right?
Yeah, I'm not even going to try. But Late Night with the Devil.
So I will say this: it's like the way that people made it sound.
Dask Malchian.
Yeah.
That guy.
Polka Dot Man.
Yep.
Just stick with that one.
He assassinated Commissioner Gordon.
Yes.
But they were able to trick him, and he didn't.
But
he was. So this everybody's like, okay, it's a late night TV show by exorcism. No. It was like found footage of one episode on Halloween night of a talk show.
Yeah.
Night Owls.
And it wasn't. They didn't get as crazy with it as I think some people made it sound, but it was really good on the. I mean, on the psychological end.
Mm-hmm. I love that they had a skeptic up there, even though he was a douche. But I mean, he played his role.
Yeah.
Which was awesome. Like, you had this guy come out and like do his mind reading thing, and I get it, it's deduction or whatever. Peterson.
Yeah.
Like, I'm gonna name 5.
But then the second try he nails it.
And then right. Like, he gets the 2 women, but then your skeptic's like, oh, no, they had to fill out a survey to get in. I'm like, okay, but then...
But who puts that on a survey?
Right.
Oh, my brother killed himself.
But then he lost his mind when he was finished.
And then puked black goo.
Vomit, which, again, was something the skeptic was like, oh, no.
People can do that.
People can do that. He had this word for it. It was like vomiting on cue or whatever, but... This dude spit vomit. It looked like venom.
Right, yeah.
Like that black goo. The symbiote stuff. So, yeah, like, my favorite thing at the the first time I watched it was how spot on everything was about a talk show in the 70s.
Yeah.
Like, the mannerisms and, like, the sidekick... And, the judges and the reading the cue cards and like, so today, and then tell a joke, and you had the band back there playing, and it was fucking spot on. Like, I just couldn't. The callback to that 70s talk show, Carson, was fucking brilliant.
I got it, where it seemed like. The setup they had was more Jack Parr, like where it's a seat, like he's in the middle and then you have people sit around you.
Right, as opposed to a table and you have guests.
Or if you're a little more hip, like a Dick Cavett. But
what did Ed Sullivan?
Well, his wasn't like a talk show. His was just a variety show. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And that's what I couldn't remember.
Kind of same as like Flip Wilson and those dudes.
Right.
It was like, you just walk out to the middle of the stage
and do your thing.
Yeah.
And then he would come ask you a couple of questions, and then you dip out, right?
Right.
Which is what they did in this.
Correct.
Except he sat down, he walked out, he talked with them, but then they joined him as a guest.
Correct. Yeah.
Yeah.
And I also got you should remember this too, but like doing like odd off kilter stuff. Jack Parr never really did that because he was primetime or primetime nighttime.
Right. Yeah.
But like Tom Snyder when
the late night guys.
Yes. Like the late show,
which is what this was.
That
Night Owls.
It was like Dave Letterman's old slot.
Exactly. That's exactly what it was. Because he was fighting with Carson, not fighting, but this guy. What was his name? Jack Delroy. It was all about ratings, and they made a good point about he climbed to the top. I don't know what you would call it at the beginning, where they kind of go through his whole life in exposition. Is that the right word?
I guess, yeah.
And explain like his from start to stardom.
Yeah.
I love that. Like, it set it up without having to go through all this bullshit backstory. It was just like, here's where we are. This is what happened. Now we're going to watch this TV show.
Yeah. I like the mini documentary at the beginning.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, that's, mini documentary.
But no, but you're right. I think it's called an exposition.
Right?
I think so.
Yes.
Or at least sounds right. If it's not right, it should be.
Well, okay. Webster Dictionary, get on that.
And I guess too, it's a plot diversion when they talk about like the owls and the pines thing.
So I have a theory on that I'll get to in a minute.
But like they build that up. The skeptic even says shit about it, and then in the end, it's like no, it's just like this is a full on demonic and
selling your soul to the devil.
Okay.
That's exactly what it was. That's why they came back and he had to relive all of that shit to get to where he was. It was almost like was that fucking Devil's Advocate?
Yeah. No, I get that. Yeah.
It was kind of like that, but he got to see what would happen if he sold his soul, whereas Jack Delroy, and then like his wife died, horrible fucking death. That's how I looked at it.
No, yeah, that makes sense.
You know, he sold his soul, and this episode was like his
comeuppance. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Not that he died or anything, but like he theoretically killed a child on TV.
Well, and I liked it too because they did tap in to many classic horror sort of timelines. Like if you think about The Exorcist, there's only like 3 or 4 scenes with Reagan when she's like fully possessed.
Yeah, I actually watched it 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, and
I watch it once a month.
Sure, yeah, just to remind yourself.
No, like she pisses on the floor, and then after that, it's like she goes through all these tests.
Yeah,
and then the priest shows up, and then she throws up pea soup at him. Then the other priest shows up. There's like 4 proper scenes where like she's the devil.
And they effectively did the same thing here. It was just on it was on a shortened timeline.
Yep, exactly.
And
what was the kid's name? Lily.
Yeah.
Because she, like how when she walked out, she was just staring at the camera.
Yeah.
Not blinking. You can look over here. It's like, oh my God, this girl is going to be fucking...
Yeah, no, yeah, she did a wonderfully job being creepy before makeup was done.
Right.
And God, when she first taps into...
Was it a different actor?
No.
You think it was the same actor?
Yeah.
It looks so much different.
No, because I mean, but that like how they blended that transition into makeup when she then goes into very Exorcist cracked skin.
Right. But the first one, she just had like black when she's sitting in the chair.
Yeah,
originally.
That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah. Because the guy was like, Jack Delroy was like, did we not see the face shifting? She literally changed faces.
Correct. Yeah.
And for a second there, I was like, that's a different fucking actor. Like the nose looked different, but it wasn't. It was Lily.
Yeah, that's just like prosthetics. Yeah. But I'd like to know how they did. How they did that transition. Like what. The digital in between.
Apparently, they used a lot
of practical
effects. That was another thing
tell
because it was an indie movie, for lack of a better term.
It had 8 opening intros on.
Yeah, it was fucking brilliant. My favorite thing is like when they come back on air and the clearly really shitty looking bat flies by the camera. I was like, oh my God, that is fucking perfect. And the skeptic was saying shit like that the whole time too, like, "You worked the lights, didn't you? Oh, I did." So, yeah.
But what did she call the demon? It was where Exorcist. It's Captain Howdy. It was like Mr.
Abraxas.
No. That was the satanic cult. Right?
Oh,
but remember she calls him
Mr. Wriggles.
Mr. Wriggles, yeah.
Wriggles, yes.
Which, if there's ever a playful name for a demon, get the fuck out of there.
Yeah, Wriggles. And she said it with a smile. Why do you? Yeah, he just wriggles his way into my brain. I went, oh my fucking God. Christ. I don't want to see this.
Which, I mean, just real quickly, hearkening back to, I think it's the first scene, Father Damien comes in with Reagan, and she's got her arm up at that weird angle.
Yes.
And she's calling out to Captain Howdy.
Yes. I don't know what...
Yeah. No, it was just add to the creepiness.
And then they built up Lily well, too, because they did the mini documentary on her as well, to catch us up to speed, which, again, these little things that could have taken 45 minutes and made this a 2-hour and 18-minute movie.
Right.
I think it was, an hour and 45 minutes, an hour and a half.
Yeah, so it would have been the same length as a late-night TV show.
Exactly.
Yeah. Fucking genius.
So, yeah, that's what I'm saying. Everything about it was perfect. Even if people want to call it that campy shit at the very end.
Yeah.
But that was that's exactly how it needed to be.
Yeah, no.
I didn't need fucking digital effects. No. I needed exactly what that was.
Yeah, grainy VHS.
Correct. And like this chick, like, I don't know, becoming something and killing everybody.
Yeah, but she doesn't kill everybody. But
I liked how she ripped the skin off of the skeptic,
yeah,
right?
And then like burned him.
Yeah, and she broke the neck of the sidekick.
Yeah, and
after
then
he does the.
Yeah, and then she decapitates her psychotherapist with her necklace,
with her chain.
Yeah,
yeah,
but leaves him fine. But I guess that's
part of his penance.
Correct. Or
for selling his soul to the devil.
Or it's the last part of his wife that's still in that melange of satanic whatever it is, but
so yeah, and
I got the word melange in there.
That's solid. Fuck, that's solid. You should write that down so we don't forget that.
Yeah.
God, you threw me off.
I'm sorry.
Fantastic work. But yeah, it was great. And we haven't even talked about the black and white scenes, the never before seen footage behind.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
The way they did that and the transitions, and they actually went to commercial.
Yeah.
It was perfect. They talked about sponsorships.
Yeah, they did. Yeah. No, it was...
You had your swarmy producers like smoking cigarettes. He's like, yeah, fuck you, get out there.
Well, and like all the jokes about trying to get higher ratings.
Right.
And, hey, I don't know if that's going to sell out there.
Exactly. It was like all of this stuff fit perfectly together.
Yeah.
Like it all made sense in this world that they created here. And again, it basically boils down to a found footage movie, like a Blair Witch type thing. It was like...
Yeah, but like this is also one that you could do additional ones of.
Yeah, absolutely.
In the same vein. And again, everybody's it's like that one. But it's not going to be like when they tried to do a sequel to Blair Witch. Like, you can't fucking do that. But you could easily do another one like this, and it could be like a Phil Donahue type show.
The Soul Train. You know? And they actually, remember when they were doing the expose on him, like, he tried the Jerry Springer part, like,
right, yeah.
There was a
it could be a Sally Jesse Raphael sequel.
When they did that, I went, "Are you fucking kidding me?" Like, they had people throwing chairs and shit. I was like, that is fucking Springer. Yes. But again, the way they weaved it in there, it made perfect fucking sense.
Oh, that was a Geraldo. Remember?
Geraldo Rivera.
He was the one who had a bunch of neo-Nazis and Jewish people.
Yeah. I want to say...
Genius.
One of those guys was from New Orleans?
Which... Oh, yeah. Yeah, they're probably from David Duke's stuff. Yeah. The following segment has been brought to you by The Goddamn Sauce. Go to thegdsauce.com for details to order all the sauces to replace your ordinary condiments. The Nerlin Nerds podcast is a production of Pulpery Media, produced and edited by Ben Grimion, marketing by Brock Ryder, graphic design by Beck Ryder and Ben Grimion, Music by the Heisenberg Compensators.